The Philadelphia Eagles are building one of the most ambitious offensive schemes in the NFL for 2026, my friend, and at the center of that entire transformation sits a piece that may end up being the most valuable of all. Not the new first-round wide receiver, not the star running back, but a veteran entering his 9th season with the Eagles who gave up money for the 2nd consecutive year just to stay in Philadelphia. This player plays a position that, in the schemes run by Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, and Matt LaFleur, is not just a luxury, it is the engine that makes everything work. And the Eagles' new offensive coordinator, Sean Mannion, is building exactly that kind of system. This may be the most underrated piece of Philadelphia's entire offensive overhaul in 2026, and understanding why puts you ahead of anyone just skimming the headlines. But first, if you are a die-hard Eagles fan, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because what comes next breaks down, piece by piece, how this new system is going to work, and who is actually responsible for making it work. To understand this uniquely important position inside the new scheme, you need to go back to 2018, when the Eagles went looking for a complementary partner for Zach Ertz. The franchise traded with the Indianapolis Colts to move up in the 2nd round of the draft and secure a tight end who had been a 2-time FCS All-American at South Dakota State, racking up nearly 3,000 yards and 21 touchdowns in college, all of that as a walk-on, without a scholarship. And here is the most ironic detail of this entire story. The Dallas Cowboys themselves also had their eye on this player, who carries the rival team's name, named that way by his own father, a passionate fan of the Texas franchise. The Eagles stole, from the Cowboys themselves, the player named after the Cowboys. That player is Dallas Goedert. Goedert's career in Philadelphia has already gone through multiple phases. He started as the 1B in an elite duo alongside Zach Ertz, gradually growing in targets and production every season. When the Eagles traded Ertz midway through the 2021 season, Goedert stepped into the lead role and posted career highs in targets, receiving yards, and fantasy points per game, leading all tight ends in the league in yards per route run that year. After 3 seasons producing as a mid-tier TE1, he made the definitive leap in 2022, and the Eagles rewarded him with a 4-year, $59 million extension ahead of that season. But the story got even more interesting recently. In May of 2025, Goedert agreed to restructure his contract, taking a pay cut down to $10 million with incentives. And even on a reduced salary, he delivered one of the best seasons of his career: 60 receptions, 591 yards, and a franchise record 11 touchdowns in a single season, breaking the team record that had belonged to Pete Retzlaff since 1965, when he scored 10. In the wild-card round against the San Francisco 49ers, Goedert scored both a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown, becoming the first tight end in NFL history to score a rushing touchdown in the postseason. And when 2026 free agency arrived, after going unsigned through the entire first week, Goedert signed a 1-year, $7 million contract to return to the Eagles, once again passing up the chance to chase bigger money elsewhere. Goedert's own words about that decision say a great deal about what he represents for this franchise. He said he has been in Philadelphia for 8 years, that the team has already had good runs and done special things, and that playing for an organization like this one is special, something he did not want to walk away from before seeing what the Eagles can still build this season. That is not the language of a player chasing the last big payday of his career. That is the language of someone who chose legacy over money. And this is exactly where the most interesting part of this entire story comes in. The scheme Sean Mannion is installing in Philadelphia carries the clear fingerprints of the Shanahan, McVay, and LaFleur coaching tree. The same systems that turned George Kittle, with the San Francisco 49ers, and Tucker Kraft, with the Green Bay Packers, into central weapons for their respective offenses. And in those systems, the tight end is not just another pass catcher. He is the piece that allows the coordinator to create what is known as the illusion of complexity, using the same personnel groupings to disguise multiple play intentions. Even if the Eagles cannot match the depth the Rams have at the position, the versatility of a Kittle or a Kraft is exactly the type of player Mannion's vision demands. And that puts Goedert directly at the absolute center of the plan. There is also an extra layer to this equation that connects directly to what matters most for the Eagles in 2026. What it means for Jalen Hurts. A complete, reliable tight end operating inside a heavy play-action scheme is exactly the kind of safety valve that simplifies the job for any quarterback. Goedert primarily operates at short and intermediate distances, precisely the windows a system like Mannion's uses to take pressure off the quarterback's decision-making process, creating high-probability completions that keep drives alive without forcing Hurts to push the ball into risky areas. With a reliable target who separates against man coverage and consistently converts near the end zone, recall those 11 touchdowns in 2025, Goedert becomes not just an offensive resource, but a risk management tool inside a new scheme that is still being installed and tested throughout the season. Goedert himself has already embraced this transformation. He said there is only so much you can do on offense, but that a lot of the key emphases in this new system are different, that watching what Mannion wants to happen, there are a lot of easy touches for the tight end, getting the ball in space, with schemes designed specifically to get him open. He described the tight end as the backbone of the offense, in the run game, in play action, in the pass game, and said he is excited about what this system can mean for him. The supporting cast at the position is more specialized than ever. Eli Stowers, selected in the second round of the 2026 draft, and veteran Grant Calcaterra bring receiving ability, while Johnny Munt is the primary inline blocker. That makes Goedert's well-rounded game, capable of blocking, of catching in open space, of creating separation against man coverage, even more valuable, because he is the chess piece that lets Mannion mix personnel groupings without tipping off the defense to the play's intent. Ryan Mahaffey, the Eagles' new tight ends coach and run game coordinator, has already made clear how much he values what he inherited. He said it is always a luxury to have someone who has been through it all, that he had admired Goedert's game from afar for a long time, and that the veteran has already played a ton of meaningful football at a high level. What stands out most, according to Mahaffey, is Goedert's daily process, the dedication, the way he cares about his teammates, the genuine leadership visible on the field every single day. Here is the bottom line. If Mannion's offense looks even remotely like the proven systems it was modeled after, Goedert will not just be along for the ride, he could be the one making the entire system go. With 9 years of experience, a franchise touchdown record, a conscious decision to prioritize legacy over money, and a brand new scheme designed specifically to maximize what he does best, Goedert has every ingredient for one of the most important seasons of his career. With a new scheme built around the versatility of the tight end position, with Goedert choosing to come back to Philadelphia for less money for the second consecutive year, and with a system that promises to deliver easy touches in open space for the position, the question left for you, Eagles fan, is direct. Do you believe Dallas Goedert is going to have the best season of his career in 2026 inside Sean Mannion's new scheme? Drop your opinion in the comments. Do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I will be back later to keep you updated with the latest Eagles news.